Hello everyone, I'm Xenogamer, and welcome back to another video. So, E3 2017 just wrapped up, and Nintendo had quite the showing. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about it, because I originally, if you follow me on Twitter, which you definitely should, said on Twitter that I was going to be streaming the Nintendo Spotlight live, but something happened and there was a thunderstorm that actually came through my area at the exact time that the Spotlight was going to start, so I lost power and I was not able to get a stream back up in time. But that is not what we're here today to talk about. We're here today to talk about Nintendo at E3 because, oh boy, they delivered a lot. And by a lot, I mean like a lot. I've been for the past few days, I've watched Treehouse like 8 hours every day. It's crazy. But so yeah, today I'm going to talk about E3 for Nintendo. And I say there's no better way to start off than what you've been seeing on screen here for a few minutes now, which is Super Mario Odyssey. Fantastic looking. This showcase here at E3, it just really took what we saw at the Nintendo presentation in January, and it just basically expanded on that, showing us, hey, Mario can possess things and capture them, and that's amazing. It's already a return to the sandbox formula that we wanted for Mario, but besides that, it's also taking a lot of new risks and changes, and it's changing the formula up, which is what Mario needs. It's kind of like Zelda, and that is awesome. Just everything I've seen of this game so far looks amazing. All the treehouse footage they showed off, especially the forest level, that wasn't on the show floor, but they showed that on Treehouse, and it looks amazing, and I so want to just look at that all day, because like the graphics themselves are like, this is a next-gen Mario. Just look at the graphics. And then I mean, I'm not big on graphics, but also the gameplay is amazing. You know, it's Mario gameplay. It's the good Mario gameplay that you want from Mario. So yeah, Mario Odyssey is shaping up to look amazing. There's also so many like references in it. Pauline is in the game. Think about that. Pauline from the original Donkey Kong. That makes no sense, but they did it anyway. They're taking risks, and I love it. It's amazing. So besides that, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm so excited for this game. The only thing that really I'm a little worried about is the moonshines, I guess. The moons are awesome, because now if you look at it, Mario's collected suns and being shine sprites, and then stars being stars, and now moonshines being the moon, so it's collected stars, moons, and suns, and it's amazing. But the thing is that I'm a little worried about just how many we've seen in the demo, because if you watch any gameplay footage of Mario Odyssey, you'll see moonshines come up like all the time. Like crack open a seed or something, you get a moonshine. Look at this thing and solve a quick little puzzle, moonshine. All that stuff. I mean, it doesn't kick you out of the level, which is why it's kind of different, and there's so many, I guess. But I'm a little worried about just how much content's gonna be in the game then, because if moonshines are that easy to get, then how many real fleshed out levels are we actually going to have, where we have like a big objective of things we have to go do to get a moonshine? I don't know if you guys understand me there, but yeah, that's my only concern about Super Mario Odyssey. Besides that, everything looks so good. And Mario, he looks so acrobatic, and there's like so many moves that you can seem to pull off with him. It looks amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this game in October, which was another surprise. That is something Nintendo has like never done. Their big holiday game is coming out in October. be it late October, but still, they always go for November, so I found that kind of cool that we're going to be getting this a little earlier than usual for the big Nintendo games. And man, I know I've said it so many times already, but I'm so excited for this game. It's going to be so good. So I still haven't talked about Cappy. We'll talk about him in a little bit. So Cappy is Mario's new hat companion, and he's not a rabbit, which I thought would be kind of cool since, you know, rabbit in the hat and all that. And we saw the Broodals, which were also rabbits, and I thought that might connect. But yeah, that's a story for another day. But Cappy looks awesome. He's gonna add a lot more to Mario's movement and everything, and it looks like he's gonna be a very cool gameplay element to add in. And also, there's a 2-player mode in this game, albeit a very basic one where someone else controls Cappy and someone controls Mario, which I don't know, but still, it's there. It's an option, and that's great. So yeah, Cappy looks like an amazing partner for Mario on this journey, and we still don't really know that much about him because they have been very vague on the backstory for him and everything. But we do know his native form is a white top hat, which that looks really cool. I love that. Just like the design of Wedding Mario in general, and Wedding Bowser and Wedding Peach. Have you seen the amiibo? They're amazing. I already pre-ordered them. They're great. But yeah, the wedding and everything, it's so un-Mario. There's so many things that are just not Mario in here. There's a T-Rex in this game. That is not Mario, but it's here. I love how much variety they're putting in this game, how much they're getting different with it. It's gonna be a different kind of Mario game. It's gonna be great. Okay, that's all I have to say. We're gonna end it there. It's gonna be great. You guys know that, all right? So, Super Mario Odyssey, looking amazing. Have a few concerns, but I'm sure it will impress me a whole bunch in the end. And make sure you stay tuned to the channel for some more content on that. But for now, let's move on to the next part of the Direct. So I know I started kind of backwards, starting with Super Mario Odyssey, but, you know, it was a big game. I had to talk about it first. So from this point on, we're gonna kind of follow in order from the Nintendo Spotlight and the events afterwards. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first is the little montage that Nintendo showed at the beginning of the Direct, which has a big push on online games this summer, which is no surprise since that's basically the only type of games coming out this summer. I mean, ARMS came out a few days ago. Amazing game. If you haven't got that yet, make sure to pick it up. Must have for the Switch. But besides that, we have Splatoon 2, which is also another great online game. I guess you could kind of say Mario Kart. People will be playing that over the summer. It's gonna be a great game for it's gonna be a great summer for online games, and I cannot even tell you how much I'm looking forward to Splatoon 2. So yeah, from there we went into Reggie. He started the show off. Well, not exactly started, but came right after that little oh yeah, Rocket League was in there too. Rocket League was another game they showed off, even though it's not in the summer, but also an online game, so that's cool. But yeah, on to Reggie. Reggie came out after that. He threw down some amazing game poetry stuff, and yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, he was talking about how you can take Nintendo Switch anywhere. It's the key to unlocking some great games and stuff like that. And then there was some really cheesy effects and stuff, and it was great. I love Reggie. So yeah, after that, we went into Xenoblade 2, which, oh man, it looks amazing. So yeah, the showing of Xenoblade 2, it really reminds me of the original. Just like, I'm really getting the vibes of we're focusing on the story this time. It's not all about exploration like it was in X, and I'm so excited because I absolutely love the original Xenoblade Chronicles. My channel is named after it, and I probably should talk about it more sometimes because I haven't really talked about it that much, but I need to do that sometime. So there you go. I'm gonna do that sometime. I promise you. But Oh, it looks so good, and it looks like a return to the story-driven narrative like we had in the first Xenoblade, unlike in X, because I'll be upfront with you, I haven't even finished X yet, because it didn't feel like the original to me. I wasn't as captured by the story and just driven on to keep going, and I don't have the time either, but so it's just, I'm so excited to have a return to the style of the first one, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And the music, did you guys even hear the music? It was amazing. It's the same composers from the first game, and I cannot wait to hear the full score of this game. It is going to be amazing, because the Xenoblade 1 music is probably, if not one of the best soundtracks a video game has ever had, if you ask me. So yeah, I'm really, 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 really excited for Xenoblade 2, which is still apparently coming out this year. So I kinda actually believe that now, because I feel like at this point they wouldn't say it's coming out this year still if it wasn't. Plus, we've been hearing the rumors, well, not really rumors, it was actually just confirmed, like, today or yesterday, that, Xenoblade is going to be shooting for a worldwide launch. So, yeah, we're not going to have to wait 6 months, till after it gets localized for us, and Japan gets it 6 months earlier, like we did with Xenoblade X. So that is amazing, and, I'm just so hyped, you know? I really can't wait to play this game. So, yeah, I could talk about this all day, just like Super Mario Odyssey, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna stop myself here, I guess. Alright, on to the next thing. So the next thing that Nintendo showed off at E3 was something that I don't think anybody expected, which was the big, pink puffball that everyone loves, Kirby, who has a lot of games coming out this year, because if you remember a few directs ago, it was announced that there were 2 Kirby games in the works, and one came out that day, I'm pretty sure. They were like spin-offs from the past 2 Kirby games. So yeah, they took some of the mini games from Triple Deluxe and Robobot, and they made them into like full games. So yeah, those were announced. Then they announced that later they were going to announce that there was going to be a 4-player multiplayer title that was coming to the 3DS to celebrate Kirby's 30th? Yeah, it's 30th anniversary. And then at the Nintendo Spotlight, they pull out Kirby for the Switch coming 2018. Kirby's getting a lot of love, whole lot of love. I can't complain though. Kirby's great. I love Kirby. He's not the hardest of games. He's one of the easier games, but Kirby's a great game for when you just wanna destroy some things, you know. So I can't complain about that at all. Kirby looks pretty great on the Switch, and it's 4-player, so that's great too. Like Return to Dreamland for the Wii. So yeah, on to the next thing. This next announcement was also a huge surprise. Actually, this was probably the second most important announcement of this whole Direct, which is weird when we talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so Shinya Takahashi came on screen, and he was talking about just how they're so relieved that everyone is loving the Switch, and it's an amazing platform for them so far. And he said, "Oh, we're gonna have a friend come and talk to you for a minute." And then guess who showed up? Just guess. Guess. Who do you think it is? Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Yes, he showed up on screen, and I thought, Pokken? Are you gonna talk about Pokken? And then my mind, I had a little idea in the back of my mind. I was saying, he wouldn't come on this Direct, the president of the Pokemon Company, just to talk about Pokken. And then my mind started thinking, there was that listing that they said was fake about the Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and they were going to have both platforms get one. And then I started to get excited, and I was like, oh, this is going to be something. And then he started talking about Pokemon, and I was like, there's still time. And then he said, we have one more announcement. And I was like, oh. That's what I was like. And then he dropped it. He dropped the bomb. That is game over. The Nintendo Switch is a success because Pokemon is coming to the Switch. The first time a mainline Pokemon game will be coming to consoles, and this night might not have been treated as the announcement it should be, because this is huge. This is like I said, this is probably, if not the most important announcement of the Direct, the second most important, because oh boy, that is like really, really good for Nintendo and good for fans as well. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to be said about that. It's amazing. I can't believe it actually happened, and yeah, it was quite the thing to experience live. So yeah, on to the next thing, which is also quite a big thing. After that Pokemon announcement, if you thought things couldn't get any more crazier for this Nintendo Spotlight, they did. Because Nintendo did something that is long overdue, which is give Metroid fans a new Metroid game. And it's Metroid Prime 4, which is exactly what people wanted. But they went even further, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But Metroid Prime 4, all they needed was a logo. All they needed was to say that we have this game in development. That's all Metroid fans needed. Like I've said already before in previous videos, I've never played a Metroid game, but I am so excited for this anyway, because I want to get into Metroid, and I'm so happy for the people who are Metroid fans, because they have waited, and it's finally their time. It's finally here for them, and I'm so happy for them. And it's just, I've seen so many reactions online to this. I've seen so many reaction videos, and people went insane when this happened. It's amazing. And Nintendo, you really did something right with this. Even if it's not being developed by Retro Studios, I have faith that you picked a good developer to handle this, because you know just how important it is to a lot of people. And I think this is going to turn out to be an amazing game, and I cannot wait either. Like I've said, I've not played a Metroid game before, but I cannot wait for this game, and a certain other game that we will be talking about a little later, since we are going in order here. So, yeah, let's go on to the next thing. Now, this next game I've seen a lot of people overlook, which might just be because it was after the Metroid Prime 4 reveal, and people still weren't believing themselves yet. But Yoshi for Nintendo Switch. Kind of like Kirby, the game does not have a full title yet, and it will be coming in 2018. But this game did seem a little more fleshed out to me from what I've seen, since it did have a treehouse spot. And I like Woolly World. Woolly World is a good Yoshi game. I never really finished it because I don't know. It's another 2D platformer. But if I was gonna play another 2D platformer, this Yoshi game seems like the next one I would play, because I wasn't really sold on this game when I first saw it in the Nintendo Spotlight. I thought that it didn't look as cool as Yoshi's Woolly World with the papercraft element instead of the wool, and I didn't know, and like flipping between stages and throwing stuff in the background, that seemed kinda, I don't know. But then I saw the treehouse segment, and this game looks pretty fun. So yeah, like I've said, I'm not really that much into 2D platformer games. I don't like playing a lot of them, but if I was to play another one on the Switch, this would most likely be the one that I played, because it looks a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what I want from a 2D platformer. So Yoshi on my radar. Looks like a pretty fun game, even though a lot of other people are just overlooking it. So yeah, there you go. On to next thing. So Fire Emblem Warriors was also featured in the Nintendo Spotlight and got a little trailer, and it's more of a story type trailer, and I don't really know what to think. I mean, it's a Warriors game, and it's a Fire Emblem. I love Hyrule Warriors, and I love Zelda, which kind of makes me love Hyrule Warriors. But I thought that if it's Fire Emblem and Dynasty Warriors, kind of like Zelda and Dynasty Warriors, I thought, hey, maybe I'll like it, because I liked Hyrule Warriors the whole ton, so yeah. But from the trailer, I don't know, I'm just not fully feeling it yet. It seems a little different than Hyrule Warriors. So I don't really know. Also, they haven't revealed a lot of characters yet, so that might be part of it. We need to see more characters before we can be sure. They are only pulling from Shadow Dragon, Fates, and Awakening, which is a little sad since I did just get done playing Echoes, and I really love a lot of the characters in that game, and I want to play them. But yeah. So I still feel like it has potential to be a great game, but right now you need to show us more characters, more of what's so special about this game. Show us extra modes like Adventure Mode and Hyrule Warriors had. That was an amazing extra mode, put a lot of extra gameplay into the game, and just show us a lot of that stuff, okay? That's what you need to do to win me over on this game. So yeah, also there were some new original characters. Not crazy about their designs, but I'm sure I'll get over it. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about Fire Emblem Warriors for now. Keeping an eye on it, and yeah, let's go on to the next thing. Well, actually, I'm gonna cut you off right there because this video is running a little long, so I'm gonna split it into 2 parts. So make sure you join me back here tomorrow for part 2, in which we are going to discuss the Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC, the Champion Amiibo that are coming out, Mario and Rabbids, Metroid Samus Returns, and all the tournaments from E3 and my thoughts on those, as well as an overall review on how Nintendo did at E3 this year. So make sure you catch me here tomorrow for that, and make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Follow me on Twitter. I have a lot of cool opinions you can see on there, and updates on stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Xenogamer out. Bye-bye.